Hello everyone, it's a cold and frosty morning and I'm going to pop in here. It's not exactly a stable, but it is festive. It is a pub, and it's one of my favourite pubs as well, the King's Arms at Mickleton. Come on in. Yes, it's that time of year again. We've come inside this lovely pub, King's Arms at Mickleton, one of my favourites, as I said earlier, and one of my mum's favourites. We used to come here all the time, so it's lovely to have been invited in today by Michael, my host, and all the lovely staff. It's hard to believe that this is actually the 11th Christmas message. It's not really a Christmas message, it's me waffling on at Christmas time. But it's the 11th year we've done it, and I am delighted to get an opportunity to thank you all at Sarah Douglas Official, the Facebook page, which of course is run by the incomparable, wonderful, marvellous, very talented, very handsome, not very wealthy Eli, who deserves all the accolades. Because of him, he manages to make it look as if I'm incredibly busy and doing all sorts of glamorous things, when in fact the year has had its ups and downs. And I'm sure many of you have had your ups and downs. And one of the lovely things about this Facebook page is that we welcome you into our homes as you have welcomed me to your homes. So, you know, when I'm feeling a bit miserable and a bit low, I can go onto my Facebook page and there's an outpouring of lovely remarks and sweet things and ghastly reminders of jobs that I'd forgotten because Eli finds them somewhere, and stuff to make me laugh, stuff to lift my spirits. And I hope you find the same too. I think we've reached 37,000, something like that. We started this Facebook many moons ago. My friend Steve Bayerman very kindly encouraged me to join Facebook. Didn't want to do it. He pushed and pushed, and then he had the idea of setting up a page. And he ran it for a wee while. And then quite some time ago, Eli took the helm with lovely Matt at the time, who is also running my website, so he's still involved. So having said all of that, I think I mentioned it, this is the 11th Christmas, and reflecting this morning as I drove over here to this little village, Mickleton, which is just a few miles outside of Stratford in the Cotswolds, in the middle of England. As I was driving over, I was thinking of all the different places we've been, and it is pretty remarkable. We've done Christmas messages from castles. We've done them from the most wonderful old country estates. We've been outside in the most frosty conditions, but we've done all these different messages, and this year the weather's just been against us. So I was very happy to come here. I have to say I had a very exciting week last week because I was invited to turn some Christmas lights on, and I've never been asked to do that before. I have a very dear friend, Lindsay, and each year for the last 3 years she's asked me if I'm available, and each year I've, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I've been in the sunshine, but I've not been here in England. Anyway, this year I was available. And Eli at the helm, driving his little car through the countryside, because it was a little bit of a drive, in the dark, in the misery, we arrived at this wonderful little village, Ashelworth. It's a tiny village, but what a wonderful community. They made me feel so welcome, and you know what? I got to sit on Father Christmas's lap. Now, it's been a few years since I did. That was possibly the highlight for me. But how lovely to be able to switch on the lights and see all the children and see their faces. So thank you to the community of Ashelworth. Thank you to Lindsay for inviting me. Thank you to Eli for driving me and being there and supporting me. We were able to raise some money. I was able to give away some photographs and get donations for a brain charity. So that was all good. Of course, but one of the things that happened this year was that I went into a recording studio. No. I wasn't singing, don't worry. A few people have said, oh my God, one of them being Eli, being that he's very musical. I went into a recording studio because my friend John Grant, who is a delightful, gorgeous human being, well known probably to a lot of you, but he invited me into his studio and he wanted me to, well, I don't quite know what I've done. I did a lot of talking, a lot of speaking. And that was a new one for me, to watch the process as somebody's recording their album. So I was thrilled, and thank you, gorgeous, lovely John, who lives in Iceland. Well, I'm going to go and visit next year. If I say it now, it will come true, right? Iceland. That's if, of course, that volcano doesn't erupt. I might not go if the volcano is erupting. So that was lovely. And then the other thing that I did, because you've probably noticed it's been very slow this year, but I did a short film. Now, I've never done a short film. I don't know much about short films. It is teeny, but my goodness me, what an experience. A great crew. And this is called Don't Go Into the Garden. And it's a psychological thriller, a very short psychological thriller, starring me, as a very, very old person, looking really, really rough. That's what you get. You get me looking old and tired and very cold. And there was a moment just last week when I was outside with the crew in the icy, icy cold, and it was 7 o'clock in the evening, pitch dark, frost on the ground, just wearing a night dress and slippers, and I looked around and all the crew had got their blankets and their hot water bottles and the rest of it, and I was there just as I was, and I thought, what am I doing? But there is a good reason for doing this. It's a film that's very close to my heart. The theme of it is very close to my heart. We still have a bit more filming to do, and when it comes time for it to be out there for you all to see, I will tell you more about it. But it was fun to do, so I'm very appreciative. I finally got to Smallville, and I've been trying to go to Smallville for a long while, and because of COVID it got pushed off and then it got pushed off. But I went this year, and I'm delighted that the wonderful Jay Towers, who with, of course, Jim does the Superman podcast, which is absolutely fascinating. It's fascinating to me. They get everybody on it. But Jay took the time to come down and visit, and he and I had lots and lots and lots of adventures. And of course the divine Mark Pillow, who came as well because we were all Superman related. I had a blast, and I actually went to some wonderful museum with Jay, which I wouldn't normally go to, a space museum, which was quite an experience, and certainly I should have gone before, considering I did walk on the moon once. I think I kicked some butt on the moon as well. Anyway, that was great fun. But the one that really ticked all the boxes for me this year was Fanboy Expo in Orlando, which was such a treat. I flew out of London on the day that the hurricane was hitting America, hitting Florida, hitting Orlando, and my family were having an absolute meltdown about it. We were very, very nervous. But I, of course, being the brave person that I was, decided that the pilot would not be flying us into Orlando if he didn't think it was safe. And of course, it was a perfectly good flight. Anyway, the point of it is I had so much fun, and I got to meet one of my absolute crushes, but we won't tell anybody that, Titus Welliver. Now, I'm not even going to explain this to you, but there was a connection with Titus and I. Aside from the fact that I have a big crush on him and I'm a major fan of Bosch, there was a wonderful connection, and it was a Superman connection. And I'm not going to tell you, any of you, what it was, so I'll let you all think about it. But it was the most extraordinary connection. Let's just say supervillains, me, Titus, just didn't get much better. I have to mention Jack, because if I don't mention Jack O'Halloran, I'll be in big trouble. Hello, Jack. You were there. You were lovely. Of course you were, but you always are. Anyway, so it's been a nice year. I'm looking forward to holidays here with my family, and then next year, March, I get to visit Los Angeles with all the Superman group, which once again will be brilliant. We're going to go and listen to the Los Angeles Philharmonic and watch the movie again, Superman, so I'm going to be with all of them. And then I'm going to go to Las Vegas, which will be very exciting. I'm not a gambler. I'll put a couple of coins in a slot machine and that's about it. But I love Vegas, I always have fun. So I'm going there with my lovely team, Cool Waters Productions, so love to them all. And meanwhile, I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We're going to wind up now because the bar's starting to open. But I'm going to send you lots of love. Take care. Bye. So I've got a nice convention. Excuse me 1 minute. Stop. Sorry, my friends over there. But you all know who you are. You're up at 4 a.m, aren't you, watching me on with some cadaver doing things. That sounds rude. Then I'm going to go off to LA and catch up with everybody. And Eli doesn't know this, but he's got an enormous fly sitting on the ends of that camera. So I'm just going to wait for it to turn around, and it's not going to go onto the... Shall I just blow... let me blow it a kiss. Go away. Sorry. This was when I played an authoress in The Stepford Wives. No? Thank you, Eli. So I went to Orlando to Fanboy Expo. What-o? Okay. Oh, God. Okay, I can do this. I can, honestly. I'm not really losing the plot, although I am very old. I got this from the set when I was doing a film, doing a TV series called The Stepford Husbands. Is that right? It wasn't a film. It was a TV. It was a what? What was it? It was a TV movie. Oh, he's very good, is he, our Eli? Will you be doing a cutaway of the book? Okay. Here I am on the cover. I haven't done the nails, I've got to do it like that. Here I am on the cover. Shall I start again? And... But suffice to say, suffice to say, that reminds me of last year, my birthday, that thing that Eli made. Oh, suffice to say. Okay, I'm not going to say suffice to say. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Now, as an added little, I don't know if this is a bonus or not, but I will never wear this sweater again. It's not that I don't like it, but I mean, really? No, it's lovely, and it was one of the less expensive ones at my local supermarket. But I would like to give it to one of you. So, as I did once before, I am going to suggest if you would love this sweater, or to give it to somebody, or just to have it and use it to wash the floor with, I don't mind. It's yours if you send a little message to Facebook. Tell us how long you've been a member, or tell me what you love about our Facebook page, or tell me what you love about me. That will definitely get it for you. No. I hope you have a very happy new year and a very prosperous, healthy 2024. Bye.